I welcome you all to today's orientation ceremony regarding the BMY Health's upcoming research internship program for healthcare professionals. So this will be a 3 months program. And my name is Dr. Shafaq Mahmood, and I have been working with BMY Health as a senior research associate for about 1 year now. So I will be also directing this internship program along with Dr. Bushra. Dr. Bushra unfortunately could not join today because she's traveling and she's on leave till 6th August. So Dr. Yousaf, our Director of Health Planning, is also here. So let's now start with the orientation. So this is the outline of today's presentation. So a brief introduction to BMY Health. You all, I think, are already aware about the organization. And then I'll briefly outline the program, how the program is structured. Then some important guidelines I will be sharing with our mentors and interns because we have a lot of new members on board. Our previous mentors are well aware about the program structure, but for our new mentors specifically, I have included 2 additional slides to get them familiar with how the program is structured and what will be the main responsibilities that we expect from them. And then I'll also talk about some of the benefits that are associated with joining this program, and then we can have a quick question and answer session. And an orientation to Slack I have included because I have received requests from some of our interns as well as our mentors that are not very familiar with this new software. So I'll also quickly just run you through the software by sharing my screen. Okay, so BMY Health is a registered consultancy firm. And also, okay, I would request everyone please keep their mics muted to avoid the background noise. Okay. So this is a registered consultancy firm and a public health organization, and BMY Health was actually founded and registered by community medicine professionals in Pakistan, and it was registered in Pakistan in July, whereas in Canada it has been registered recently last year in November. So right now this internship program is being offered through both the Pakistan and Canada chapters of BMY Health. The Pakistan chapter specifically deals with the internship program, whereas the workshops are offered through the platform of BMY Health Canada. So our main goal or main focus is doing capacity building for research, especially research methodology among the healthcare professionals of Pakistan and also internationally. So these are the 3 strategic areas that we focus on. It is health policy and planning, then health research and health services. So right now, our main focus is on the health research part of these strategic areas because we have been conducting these internship programs for past 5 cohorts, and our main goal has to be build their capacity in conducting good quality and ethical research. And we have also been, Dr. Bushra has been especially striving hard to run our own independent ERC committee. And that also has been very productive because we do offer ERC services as well for researchers because we have our own ERC board that runs. So a brief introduction to our board of directors. You all are already familiar with Dr. Bushra. She's directing the health research section and also co-directing the internship program with me. Then we have Dr. Yousaf Ali with us. He's the director of health planning and he's currently serving as an assistant professor at Sharjah University, Saudi Arabia. And Dr. Misbah Jahangir, she's directing the health services and she's also the CEO of BMY. And she's a community medicine faculty at Fatma Memorial Hospital. This will be the core team for the internship program, and these faces and these names are specifically important for our interns and mentors because you will be coming into contact with us the most. So it's myself, and we have Dr. Muniza Mujahid. She's serving as a research coordinator at BMY Health. And due to the time difference, because she resides in Australia, so it is not possible for her to join at this time because it's quite late night there. But Dr. Taiba is with us. Dr. Taiba has recently joined our BMY Health organization as a research associate. So she will be, inshallah, collaborating with us for this cohort. Okay, now coming to the program. Okay, so how the program is structured. So there are basically 3 modules of the program. So I'll walk you through each of these modules. So the first module in which we formulate the research groups because although interns join us individually, but later on they work in groups and every group has their own research project. So every group comprises of about 4 to 5 interns. And together they have to come up with one research topic. Each group pursues one research project over the next 3 months. So the first module runs over these next 4 weeks. So every module is of 4 weeks duration. So in the first module, with the help of course, the core team and our mentors, the interns are supposed to finalize their research question and objectives and complete their research proposals and develop their research tools. And then they submit their complete and finalized and approved proposals, which have been approved by their mentors, of course, and also by the core team members. And then they submit those proposals for the ERC approval to the BMY Health. Okay, I'm able to listen to my own voice. I guess any participant has their mic on. Fine, no, it's good. Okay, so ERC approval is provided by BMY also, but if any research project requires data collection from any other institute, then definitely taking ERC approval from that third institute is also essential, because if you are accessing data, let's say patient's data from any other hospital, then you will also have to go through their formal protocol of obtaining the of the ERC approval. So that's how the first module is structured. Now, at the end of this 4 weeks module, there will be the first group presentation, and all the groups will be required to present their finalized research proposals in front of the whole team. And then they will obviously receive feedback for improvement or any amendments. Then is the second module. Now, the second module is entirely focused on data collection. I understand that this is a very short program, 3 months research training program, but we do give an opportunity to our interns to collect data for their proposed research project. And for this, we allocate 4 weeks. But definitely, when the third week starts, or at the beginning of the 4th week, we encourage them to start entering that data side by side as they're collecting, because there is not much time to have a separate slot for data entry and claiming. So they have to do it in parallel. So that's why we have put or formulated you in the form of groups, because if 2 people are contributing in data collection, then the rest of the 3 interns should be very vigilant, and they should be prepared well enough to enter that data in parallel. And even you have to start analyzing the data, because our data analysis workshop is also scheduled during this time, so that our interns can get an idea how to use the software and analyze the data. So during this second module, you will be collecting the data, and some of your group members will be working on developing your dummy tables and graphs, so that when you have all the data in hand, then it becomes easier for you to populate those dummy tables and graphs, and your whole sketch of your results is already prepared before you land into the third module. So that's how. So it is a rigorous program, but yes, our previous batches have successfully achieved. There were some delays. Sometimes our interns do face challenges in data collection, but yes, we do accommodate such situations as well. So at the end of the second month, then there is the second group presentation, in which you are going to present your preliminary research findings. It is also possible that sometimes the groups might not be able to achieve their desired sample size, but we still encourage you to analyze the data that you have gathered during that time frame, and still analyze and present the research findings. And then later on, you can obviously increase your sample size and complete your research paper. But during this training program, you have to give this second presentation as well, because it is a good learning exercise for our interns. And then in the third month, finally, they now have to refine their manuscript and draft and complete the manuscript. And they also should be looking for the target journal that they want to submit their paper into. And this all is done with the support and guidance of their mentor as well, because the mentors are also on the authorship. So they will also be guiding you on which journal to select, and then you have to do the preparations for the submission. But I would advise all our interns and mentors that they should not be relying only on the third month for their manuscript completion. Rather, they should be preparing their manuscripts. For example, when they are developing their research proposal, their introduction should be ready. Then when they are developing the methodology, then that same methodology can be just formatted according to the manuscript requirement. But do not leave all the writing component for the third module, because otherwise you won't be able to complete it. So during each step, you have to keep in mind your final goal. So the final goal is manuscript. So I would advise all the interns that when you start writing your introduction and your objectives or methodology, keep in mind that this should be, this should meet the standard for a scientific manuscript. Okay. And then at the end, we organize our closing ceremony. And in that closing ceremony, we often have these group presentations of the final research projects, and all the work that has been done by each group is presented. And then there are awards and prizes for those who have done good work. So then this marks the end of the internship program, and with the final group presentation, and that is often done in the form of a poster presentation. In previous 2 cohorts also, we have done 2 poster presentations, because that is also a good learning experience for our interns, so that they, if there is an opportunity to present their research projects in future in form of a poster in some conference, then this will be a good exercise for the interns. So this is tentatively a 12 weeks schedule, but sometimes it extends to 13 weeks also if there are some national public holidays due to which our schedule gets disrupted. But we try to complete in 12 weeks. Okay, so that was about the structure of the program. Now I will discuss some brief guidelines. So our interns will be working in the form of groups. There are 4 to 5 interns per group, and every group will be assigned a group leader. But that group leader won't remain the same throughout the 3-month period. Rather, we prefer having rotating group leader. So after every 1 week or 2 weeks, the group leader changes. So the shift of responsibility also helps us to assess your leadership skills as well. So be prepared to lead your group. Every intern will be given an opportunity to become a group leader, and this will help you polish your leadership skills. So every group will be led by one mentor. So 2 of our current groups have already been assigned a mentor because they were fast enough and efficient enough that they came up with a research topic and we could assign them the mentor. But still, there are some interns who have not been assigned a mentor. So that's why I would advise that today is the opportunity that you guys can interact with each other. Then our mentors are responsible for holding weekly meetings with their interns. It is usually once a week meeting. And then you have to submit your assignments every week. By assignments, I do not mean that you have to do some kind of a homework. It is the same assignments. For instance, if in 1 week you are working on your literature review and your introduction and objectives, and that would be the assignment for that particular week, which you have to submit to your mentor so that they can review and give you timely feedback, and then you can improve. And those assignments will also be supervised by our core team as well. And for and let's take example that in the second week you have to work on your methodology, so that would be your assignment for the second week. So the assignments, because this is not a research course, this is a research internship, so you have to do practical work and not just theoretical assignments. You will be doing assignments which correlates or corresponds with your practical research project. Right, and then your regular progress reports will be shared with our core team. And although we have not fixed our working hours, but we prefer working during this time slot of 9 to 11 p.m. Pakistan time. This time slot has been decided after careful consideration because most of our interns, our mentors, and other team members are also permanent employees in some other organization, and they are working. Some are residents, some are doctors. So during the official working hours, everybody is busy. And also because we have many international interns and people and team members joining from different countries. So this time slot suits more or less everybody. So that's why we prefer keeping our official sessions, events, and meetings during this time. But I would recommend that it is totally up to the understanding of mentors with their interns, that whichever time is feasible for their group, they can schedule. They're free to schedule their meetings at that particular time. So we do not bound you. So it is very flexible with respect to timing and attendance. Yes, so this point I would specifically like to emphasize that all the professional communication should occur on Slack because previously we have been facing some instance like complaints coming in from different members that somebody has misbehaved with us on WhatsApp or other non-official forums. So that's why we encourage you, and we will only be responsible for the communication that happens on Slack. Your assignments, even if you email them to your mentor, you should also upload them in your respective channels on Slack also, so that we can monitor your progress, we can see your assignments, because obviously we cannot maintain so much follow-up with every person through email. So that's why we prefer that all the professional communication that you do, it should be translated on Slack also for our ease and convenience, and also to maintain the integrity of the program and to address any issues, any behavioral issues also that we have faced in the past. So that you all have to take care of. Okay, this diagram I just added, it is not very complicated, but just to make you guys understand that how, because communication skills are also very important, and we have noticed that this is one of the aspects that we need to work on, because in previous batches, we did face some challenges with respect to the communication hierarchy. So that's why I have developed this diagram with the help of an AI tool. So that's how it is going to work. The group members, if they are facing any challenge, any issue, they should directly communicate it to their leader for that particular week. The group leader then can bring that note, that problem or any issue or any question which they have. The group leader is responsible for communicating it to their mentor and also to our research associate. Dr. Taiba Saif is our research associate, and she will be working closely with you guys. So those are the two go-to persons for you. So group leader has to communicate it to research associate if they like, and then research associate and mentors and me, we are then the senior persons who are responsible for taking decisions. But no group member should be directly bypassing their group leader and the research associate and their mentor and directly coming to me, or so that will create a lot of issue. So that's why I have clarified this right now in the beginning, that this should be your communication hierarchy while working with us during the next 3 months. Okay. Okay, so now coming to some of the responsibilities, just to clarify the role of our mentors and interns. So first of all is that they should make themselves available for any scheduled meetings whenever they are contacted by the group leaders. So group leaders are responsible for contacting the mentors and organizing the meeting with them at a time which is convenient for both the mentor, also the group members. So you can remain in touch with your interns or your group members via Slack and also via email for correspondence purposes. Then you will be requested to hold at least once a week mentorship session with your group. This session should not last longer than 1 hour. So you can hold a meeting on Zoom or on Google Meet, any platform that you like. So that is up to you. And then one meeting would be essential. That is recommended by BMY. But yes, when the group complete their assignments and submit the assignments to you, then it will be also required that you can review their assignments and give them some comments and feedback so that they can improve the quality of their project. Then yes, sometimes also we have noticed that some of the group members are participating well in the assigned task, but some stay silent or they do not attend the meetings, or they even do not complete the tasks that have been assigned. So we also would want that mentors should equally divide the tasks among their 4 or 5 group members, and everybody should contribute so that all the group members should learn. And in this way also, this will ensure the timely completion of the projects. Otherwise, if only 1 or 2 group members are actively participating and the rest do not participate in completion of the task, then the whole project suffers. So that is also one thing that you have to take care of. And in order to ensure transparency, we also encourage the group leaders to post meeting minutes after every meeting. Whenever you have a meeting with either your mentor or your research associate or even with myself, you have to post the meeting minutes on your Slack channel for record purpose, and you have to list down the tasks that have been assigned to each group members. So then we will be able to answer to question them that whether, because we have in our record that this task was specifically, for example, one of the interns is responsible for drafting the rationale part of the introduction. If that has not been done, then we can question them and they can be made answerable if they have not completed their task in a timely fashion. But that would only be possible if you post the meeting minutes so that we can monitor your progress. So another responsibility for the mentor is just to ensure that their group leaders are posting the meeting minutes after every meeting, and they can also review the meeting minutes that if there is any mistake or any misunderstanding that has been communicated. Okay, and then this is just for the support and coordination. They have to follow up, maintain the follow up with the group to monitor their progress. And also they should reach out to our program associate, Dr. Taiba, to discuss if they are facing any challenges or if they need any additional support. For example, some of the mentors might not be very well versed with the statistical part of the research project, so they can reach out to us and then we can make some secondary arrangements, because we do have subject experts on board. And in fact, this time we have people with good, strong analytical skills also, but previously we have noticed that some of the mentors, although they are very good in their subject, but they need some support in terms of statistical part of the research paper, then they can definitely reach out to us, or any other issue that you need help with, then you can communicate it to Dr. Taiba and she can communicate to me, and then we all together can work. So these are briefly the responsibilities for the mentors that we expect. Now coming to the interns responsibilities. So interns have to be present in at least all the mentoring sessions. And if you are, due to some reason, if you are not able to attend any mentors meeting or session, because we do understand that you all have your personal commitments and professional commitments, so we want to be flexible with attendance. So that's why we recommend that the group leader should record all the mentor meetings, because the guidance that is provided by mentors in those meetings is very important. So if any of the group member miss that meeting, so they also get an excuse not to contribute to the assignment. So that's why we recommend that you have to record the meeting and post the recording in your respective Slack channels. And then those members who missed the live meeting, they have to listen to the recorded meeting and they have to go through the meeting minutes that were posted by the group leader after the meeting, and they have to complete their task before the deadline. Otherwise, then your performance will be affected, and this will be reflected in your experience certificates as well. Okay, so interns have to make sure that they all are contributing equally to the tasks that have been assigned by their mentors. And again, this is the same point that if they miss any meeting, then they have to listen to the recorded meeting and submit their task. And then it is not only the responsibility of the group leader to maintain coordination. All the interns should timely respond to group leader's request when the group leader requests to confirm your availability for us for any scheduled meeting. You have to stay vigilant. You have to keep your Slack notifications on and download Slack both on your mobile phones, also on your laptop, so that you get the notifications on time, because it is nobody's responsibility to chase you and call you and reach out to you on WhatsApp groups. And because we have specified that Slack is the official forum, so you have to keep a check on it. Okay, although I have already highlighted the group leader's responsibility, and that's why we rotate the group leader, because we do not want one intern to be overburdened throughout the 3 months period. So that's why the group leader is going to change every week. Right, so the group leader is responsible to confirm the mentor availability at least 24 hours in advance and then organize the meeting. By organization, I mean to confirm the availability of the attendees and also to share the meeting link well in time with your mentor and also with the group members. And you can schedule, we support a minimum of 4 mentor meetings per month and a maximum of 6 meetings. Beyond 6 meetings, then it becomes very hectic for everyone. So we do not want to make this program very hectic for you. So limit the number of meetings to just 6 and maintain follow-up through email and through assignments and by receiving written feedback. And if at all you require additional mentor meetings, then the group leader first should contact either Dr. Tayyiba or Dr. Moniza, who is our research coordinator. I would encourage them to contact Dr. Moniza first, because she is responsible for all the administrative tasks. So if you require more meetings, then please do not directly request the mentor, request us, and we'll see if an additional meeting is required or not, or if your mentor has already provided you enough guidance through written channel, then obviously then we'll not schedule extra meetings, because our mentors, then they will also become overburdened. And this I've already told you that you have to post the meeting minutes. The group leader is responsible for this, and all these things should be highlighted in the meeting minutes, including the attendee details, the duration of the meeting, what were the points that were discussed during your meeting, which tasks have been assigned, and what is your follow-up plan to complete those tasks, and what is the deadline that has been given by your mentor. And then you have to ensure that you submit your assignments timely on Slack, and at least you should give your mentor 1 day before your scheduled meeting day, so that they can review your assignment, and only then they will be able to provide you appropriate feedback if you have submitted your assignment at least 1 or 2 days prior to the scheduled meeting day. Right, so these are some of the responsibilities. Okay, so I think I have, I hope that I have not scared all of you, but these points were essential to discuss, because we have also learned from our experience from the previous batches, what are the challenges that we faced and what are the conflicts that arises. That's why this time I have completely revamped my orientation slides, and I have removed the introduction part and all those lengthy things, and I focused mainly on the guidelines so that we clear the expectations from the very beginning to avoid any confusions in the future. Okay, so despite all these strict rules that I've explained, you will have a lot of benefits also by being associated to this program. So this is a 3-month, very formal research training experience, which obviously will add value to your CVs, and you will get free access to the workshops and other educational resources that we will be sharing, inshallah, with all of you. So that will also add to your learning. And then you have professional mentorship available from our very worthy mentors who have joined our program. And you have very good networking opportunities with all these people who have not only the mentors, but also our interns. Some of the interns who have joined us are so experienced, and in many senior positions they are. So you have good networking opportunities as well. It's all depends on you, how you take benefit of these opportunities that are being offered under this umbrella of this training mentorship program. And then we also award our top 3 interns with the Best Intern Award. So this will also be a good achievement to highlight in your CV if you are able to get it. And I'll also explain the criteria for the Best Intern in my next slides. And sometimes we do offer scholarship for very outstanding interns. We have been giving scholarships to our interns. That is usually in the form of a 25% refund of your registration fee. But in order to earn that scholarship, you'll have to work hard, and you'll really have to show that you have that intellectual ability. And also you have to maintain good attendance and good participation in all the meetings and in mentorship sessions. And inshallah, in future, if any of the outstanding mentor requires any letter of recommendation from BMY Health, we are happy to provide you with that. But that is only reserved for the high performing interns. And you all will, inshallah, also get an experience certificate upon successful completion of the internship goal, which is the submission of the complete manuscript. So usually the experience certificates, they remain on hold until you submit at least the first draft of the manuscript. And then you have the possibility to, inshallah, publish your work as well. And we do have benefits for our mentors as well. We also award the best mentor who has shown exceptional skill and has maintained exceptional research quality of their research project. So we award Best Mentor Award also. Last time we gave 2 of our mentors received this Best Mentor Award. And also we give you a work experience certificate for working with us in this position. And our mentors are also included as authors in the research paper, depending upon their contribution. And definitely you also have some opportunities for your professional development also. You can also access our workshops and training resources that we provide. And then there is, again, opportunity for networking with healthcare professionals internationally and from Pakistan also. Okay, so now coming to the important criteria. So what is the criteria for best intern? So I'm sharing this right now so that all of you can take a note of it and work on these points. So first of all, we take formal feedback from your mentor. Every mentor will be asked to give their feedback about their respective group members at the end of this training program. And also the core team, your Dr. Tayyaba, Dr. Maniza, myself, Dr. Bushra, our feedback is also taken into consideration when we are deciding. Then this time, for the first time, we are going to introduce peer evaluation as well. You will be formally evaluated by your colleagues, by your fellow interns, because last time we saw that although some interns were good on the assignments, but they were not maintaining good relationship with their colleagues. So it is important that you remain professional throughout this journey, and so that you can receive good scores by your fellow group members also on your leadership skills and other transfer skills that are also important part of being in this program. Then obviously your attendance and participation in the meetings will also be considered. Timely completion of the assigned tasks. So if there are delays in the assigned tasks, we all observe these things over the 3 months period. So we remain silent, but we are observing. That's why we pay so much emphasis on posting everything on Slack so that we can monitor your progress. And then the intellectual input and contribution to the research paper itself, and your relation and leadership skills with your colleagues. Similarly, we also have criteria for the best mentors. So we also get every mentor formally evaluated by their group members. So this works vice versa. Like if your mentor is evaluating you, so you will be evaluating your mentor also at the end of the internship program. And Alhamdulillah, I would like to share here that all our mentors have always received tremendous feedback from our interns. None of our mentors receive negative feedback from any of our previous cohorts. And this time also we have high expectations. Then feedback also is taken from the core team members. Then definitely the best mentor award depends upon the quality of the research paper that has been generated under the guidance and supervision of that mentor, and the quality of the project presentations, because you have 3 formal presentations, and so we also assess our mentors' abilities and skills also through the quality of those presentations that you present on behalf of your group. And then again, how timely they review your assignments and what kind of intellectual input is given. So that's why we want you to share everything on Slack. Even if mentor has given any feedback or comments on the Microsoft Word document, that document should be uploaded in the Slack channel in your respective group. Right, and then maintaining regular follow-up and feedback with the group members is also taken into consideration when deciding for the best mentor. Okay, so I think this is one of the last slides. So I hope that this was not too much information, but this is important information. So what are the immediate next steps? First of all, although most of our mentors have joined the Slack, but I would again request that if someone has missed my message on our WhatsApp group or on Slack, then they should join Slack as soon as possible, because now the internship has formally commenced. So it is now high time that you join the Slack and start interacting with our interns. So right now our interns are brainstorming themselves. They are in the stage of topic selection. And I think that at this point, specifically your input, the input from our mentors is required, because you all are your subject experts. So I will be sharing in my next slide the preliminary topics that have been decided by some of our interns, but I think half of them are yet to decide on the research topic. So if any mentor has a research topic in mind, or if they have access to data set, if they have any pending data sitting with them waiting for someone to analyze it and or make a research question out of that data, then they can provide access to our interns to that data, and our interns can create a research question out of that data, and you can facilitate the group. So that will also offer you a good authorship position in the paper. So we specifically prefer if someone already has access to data, because data collection is a challenge for our interns if they go on field. So if any of the mentor has any data that they want our interns to work on, they can guide them. They can share that research question or the theme on which the data is based on the Slack group, and then our interns can pair up with you, will facilitate this connection, and you can guide them. So group formation and mentor assignment is the next immediate task that obviously I will assign to Dr. Taiba Saif. She's a research associate. So a meeting will be scheduled either tomorrow or day after tomorrow. We'll decide and we'll let you know. So this meeting will be with Dr. Taiba. Of all the interns with Dr. Taiba, you will be divided into breakout rooms, and there you are free to discuss all the thought processes that you have been going through in the past 2 weeks. So you can finalize your research theme. We do not expect you to come up with the final topic or the research objectives, but at least the broader area, so that we can then assign you the mentor. And our mentors are also highly welcomed to join this upcoming meeting. I will share the details. So if they also want to join the groups in the breakout rooms just for 10 to 15 minutes and can have a good chat with them on what are their current thoughts and their research interest, and perhaps guide them on topic selection. So it would be very beneficial, because in next week, inshallah, from Monday, the formal internship will begin, and you will be assigned a group. So it will be a good exercise that if you can participate in this meeting and can guide them. Otherwise, if the interns are not able to decide themselves that which group they want to join, then this leaves us with no choice, but we'll just randomly put you into groups, and we'll just assign a suitable mentor based on our own understanding, if you don't take this decision yourself, because we have already provided 2 weeks to our interns to do this exercise. Some of them have successfully done it, but some are still in that confusion stage. And this is the schedule for this current month, starting from 5th August, Monday. So the week 1 is dedicated for literature reviewing and topic selection and finalizing your objectives under the guidance of your mentor. And then the next 2 weeks will be for proposal development. And in the last week of August, you will be finalizing your proposals as submitting them to our ERC committee. And we'll also have the group presentations at the end of the 4th week. So I've shared this schedule right now just for clarity. Otherwise, weekly schedule, inshallah, will also be shared formally with everyone. But this is just to have a broader picture in mind that what is coming up. This slide I just included in the last minute, just before the ceremony began. So right now, this is the current situation. We have in group number 1, 3 participants have already decided their topic, and a mentor has been assigned. Dr. Shafaq Ali has graciously agreed to mentor this group. Their research theme is based on the assessment of psychological well-being of trauma-affected children. Right now, this group has 3 members. I would encourage other interns also who have not decided their topic yet. If they want to join this group, I think it's a good opportunity for you, because this group still has 2 vacant slots, because we want at least 4 to 5 members. So if anybody is interested in joining group 1, they can let me know on Slack. The group 2 currently comprises of 4 members, as per my understanding. So this group member has also decided their tentative topic. They want to do epidemiological profiling of acute leukemia and its subtypes. And Dr. Tahani has currently agreed to mentor this group. And if any of our senior mentors would like to guide them on their topic, if they think that this is their area of expertise, then they are most welcome to let me know, and I will connect you to the group. Now, the third group currently comprises of, again, just 3 members. And I would encourage other interns to discuss their topic with them. They have just decided tentatively that they want to focus on geriatric medicine, and they want to look at the effect of exercise. Maybe they want to modify their research question right now, but at least they have a broader area in mind that they want to focus on geriatric medicine, geriatric health, and see maybe exercise or any other exposure variable. It is undecided. And this group currently lacks a mentor. So if any of the mentor right now in the meeting is interested in joining this group, then they are most welcome. And now we have these remaining interns. I have listed down the names here so that they can know that currently they have not either decided any topic, and they have also not shown interest in any of these 3 topics. So please decide for yourself. Let us know in the next 2 days. Otherwise, from Monday, you all will receive the final group and the mentors in an email from me. So it will be good if you decide on your own, interact with your members, fellow interns, and your mentors on Slack, and come up with a broader research area so that we can assign. Okay, so that brings me to the end of my presentation, and these are some important links. These will also be shared with you, inshallah, via email. And before we proceed to some brief orientation to Slack, I would like to invite any comments, suggestions, questions. So that's all from my side. Thank you. And if you have any questions or any comments, you are most welcome to unmute yourself and say something. You can raise your hand. Okay, yes, topics.
Actually, I was waiting for someone else to raise the concern because I might not be able to continue rest of the session.
Okay.
I wanted to hear from the mentors. As I usually say that usually we listen less to them. So if they have any concern, anything they want from the platform, from the PMUI, any concern for them, even any issue if you have from the coordinators, please do mention to us
Yes.
so that at least in the future we can work for it. Because all of the mentors, they are highly professional, and some of you have much more expertise than even we ourselves have. So at least your contribution, your comments, they mean a lot to us.
Yes.
So if anyone want to comment, please comment. Otherwise, then I will finish my part.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Yousaf. Yes, our mentors who have joined the meeting, if they would like to give any feedback, any comment, then please, they are most welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Sana
Walaikum.
Siddiqui.
Yes,
Walaikum
Dr.
assalam.
Sana.
Yes.
I'm from Ethical Review Committee of BMY Health. There's one thing I want to ensure our participants that during the process of publication, there's a dilemma that comes up that I find some of the participants fighting for sequence of authorship. So we have a system here where we discuss the contributions of all the participants and their mentor, and then we decide the sequence of authorship. So if there is any such thing, you can always talk to us. So participate and get higher position in sequence of authorship. Teak, that's all I wanted to say. There's something that I felt that our participants should know.
Hmm.
Thank you, Ji.
Thank you for raising this concern. Uh, if Dr. Shafaq have an answer for it, she can also tell. As per my knowledge, because it was even previously raised many times, so let me inform about it, re-emphasize about it, because the whole project, it is totally oriented for the interns. That is why within the authorship, the highest preference is first given to the interns. And then, but it doesn't mean that we are totally ignoring our mentors, but our mentors, they will go towards the end of the list, which means once the interns are, the author list of is completed by the interns, then for example, there are 4 interns, then the fifth position may be taken up by the mentors. Uh, until now, we do not have any guideline about whether the mentor can become the corresponding or author or not, but we can definitely, if they want, they request, yes, they request might be entertained. Because as I said, at the moment, we do not have any consensus on it. Secondly, for the list of authorship by the interns, yes, the criteria is of merit. The one who is contributing the most, then it will be granted the first authorship, and it is going to be decided by the mentor, not by anyone else, because the mentor knows the best who has performed actively, who has contributed the most to the project. In terms of contribution, definitely mentor has done a lot. But as I said, this is actually a learning platform. That is why we give a bit more priority to the intern as compared to the mentor. Over from my side for this question.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Yousaf. I agree with what you have said. Mentors are encouraged to become the senior author in the paper. And yes, if a request can be accommodated for being the corresponding author, but yes, the first priority is for the interns. And in fact, the mentors should also encourage them to work more so that they can take the first positions, and our mentors are most welcome to become the senior authors. Yes, Dr. Shafaq.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Walaikum assalam.
It's really great to see the new group has started, and I can see many faces here. I have just comment on first on the topic, and that Dr. Yusuf has just commented that what my experience has been when I was maybe kind of everyone is a student. I'm still a student learning, but when I started my journey in research from clinical side, so I learned initially from the some top people in from US and some other countries outside Pakistan. So it was a well-structured program, just like the BMY I have previously commented. It's the second program I have seen with this with such pro level and understanding of this structured program. So there was that. Obviously, the interns are the first for the authorships because they work on the project. But mentors usually in that program are part of the authorship, and they usually act as a senior author in the last position. Because mentors usually guide from the usually every step from the topic selection till methods, protocol, results, and even the whole the manuscript writing, reviewing. So all of those criteria come under an authorship according to guidelines. So obviously the whoever mentors the group satisfies the criteria, but obviously that's a last position, just as a senior author or someone who has reviewed the whole process. And I think that also increases the credibility of that work as well when it is submitted to a paper with someone at least who have previous publications in some journals or have experience, like they have their profile in Oxford or and ResearchGate. So there is some that's good recognition for the paper and groups as well. Second thing I have to comment that I've seen many people they are going for their this USMLE match and interested in topics of clinical side. So anyone people from the groups who have not yet, sorry, am I audible?
Yes, yes, Dr. Shafaq.
So if anyone is interested in clinical types topics like from the internal medicine, emergency medicine, cardiology, or endocrinology, just such, they can reach out to me on BMY with a Slack channel or through WhatsApp. I think numbers are in the group. So they can come and have a conversation with me if they have some idea from the clinical side, and they can discuss it. So they may reach a topic. So this is what I have to comment. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shafaq, for adding that very valuable point regarding authorship, becoming senior author with a good research profile. I think that really adds up to the quality of the publication also. And secondly, yes, interns who are interested in internal medicine topic, I think Dr. Shafaq introduced him last week as well on Slack as well, and encouraged interns, those who are interested in medicine related topic, to contact him. But I'm hopeful that inshallah next 2 days, the interns will try to be more active.
Dr. Shafaq, I have one more concern,
Yes.
one more point related to the authorship. So I thought I might forget it. One thing is that for every research project, our main priority is the interns and the mentor. That is from the platform perspective, that is sufficient. But when we have some further space which is available, and if we can aid more authors, let me give you an example. For example, the whole research team, they ask a hospital to get data. They coordinate with someone, and in the whole process, let's say they promise them that we can give you people some authorship. So this is a good thing. For me, it is not a bad because you will get data, you will get some benefit. You and your team, whole team is once entertained, then I have no issue that further space is given to any other author. You can definitely give it.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Yusuf. And yes, I think one of the interns also reached, in fact, many of our interns often reach out to us and ask about that if someone is willing to provide data, would they be accommodated? So as you said, we give the same response that yes, they can be accommodated among the authors, because yes, it is very helpful for us also that if someone can bring data into our internship program. But again, the first priority is given to interns, and the one who is bringing the data is can be accommodated as last author or second last author, whatever is feasible, depending upon the contribution.
I think Dr. Hibba has commented whether the authorship guidelines are followed or not. So again, my comment is yes, they are followed, and we strictly stick to them. But this is just a flexibility, as I said, that in some areas we want to add some flexibility to the mentor. Again, everything, as I said, that is going to be suggested by the mentor. And again, that will be according to the guidelines. Uh, and it doesn't mean that anyone else as a paratrooper will be added. But as I said, that this is a practice and it will help a lot everyone. So that is why I commented. Otherwise, it is totally upon the mentor, whichever way they want to continue. I hope that this partially answers your question.
There is one thing I would like to add. We also take opinions from the fellow interns. So what do you feel, how much of a percentage a person has contributed in this? Like if interns have some conflict that one feels like he participated more than the other in their conflict. So to resolve that, we also take opinions from other interns in the same group.
Yes. Yes, and their opinion and also their mentor's opinion is both very important. So it is important for the mentors also to be aware of the contribution of each group member, so that when it comes to decide the authorship, then their feedback, I think, would be the most valuable one, because they are the ones supervising their group. Okay.
Dr. Shafaq, if you allow me for 2 minutes,
Yes,
I
yes,
just
sure,
wanted
sure.
to add few points. And I would request everyone, even if you don't have any suggestion for now, please for the future do give us suggestions so that we can further improve it. So one of my part concern was there is a concept which is called as process automation and smart work. So there are a lot of guidelines which are mentioned by Dr. Shafaq today. I don't say that you don't have to follow them. Everyone has to follow them. But let's say in some of these situations, sometime if you are confident enough because all of you are professionals, and maybe you don't want to follow some of our guidelines, and you can do the task much easier the other way. We encourage it. But in that situation, we have again two recommendations. Please do keep coordinator on board. So Dr. Shafaq is around. If you want to deliver the same concept, the same content the other way, please do go for it. But please keep Dr. Shafaq on board so that everyone knows. And the concern of interns are already addressed. Second thing is we do encourage, please do come with process automation. By process automation, I mean I don't want all of you to be delivering the same lecture over and over again. So if you have developed a lecture and you have developed a presentation, and if you can make a video, why not send the video directly to the interns? And if they are happy with that, just that is sufficient. So it will reduce your work, your time, and also the interns' time, because usually videos are preferred by the interns, and it helps them. Secondly, uh, once you have delivered a session online, then you can just go with for a session which we call such as interactive session. For example, you want to deliver a lecture of 1 hour, you have delivered it, and you can just go for a 20-minute interactive session online. So it will then the chances are that we by reducing the online time or face-to-face time, it will enhance your availability and also the intern's availability. My second point is, and that is related to Dr. Shafaq. I think in some areas, we commit that our mentors will be available 24/7 to all the queries. I think again, here we need to work some little bit, because again, 24/7 availability is not possible for any intern. Um, if we can, again, it depends on group to group. Maybe if it will be better if you communicate to the coordinator, to Dr. Shafaq, that please, our interns should be informed that the preferable time of communication is this and this. Otherwise, you will be available. So then it will further clarify, so that interns are also directed to please use the time in which the mentor is more comfortable, because definitely they have a lot of commitments.
Yes.
My another point was related to, yes, list of topics. I hope, Dr. Shafaq, we have a data bank of research topics which are previously taken, because what happens is sometimes a similar topic is repeated in a very short span of time. So please make sure that
Yes.
all the such type of repetition is not done. Secondly, if any research group is having problem in developing topic, I think we can provide them with some of the topics. Uh, list of a suggested list of topics if possible. Dr. Shafik, please provide it with the mentors for those who have not yet selected the topic. My another point was further evolution of the program. So definitely we are doing a lot, but we need to think how we can further improve or further enhance. One of my concern was why not we involve our mentors in more in some other roles. Again, that needs a lot of administrative work. At the moment, I'm not sure how. Dr. Shafak, you might need to work on it, but please note that at this point, I will also communicate separately to you. Um, if can we use our own mentors in capacity building of our mentors? I'm not talking about interns. Definitely, they
Yes.
are doing to the mentors. But why not take benefit from this platform, and let's build on one another skills. And again, that will be voluntary type of activities or some recorded sessions, whichever way the mentors are comfortable. And also you guys can suggest your skills as well, that for example someone might be good in qualitative studies, or some secondary data, some in quantitative, or let's say some literature review. So whichever topic you want to work in, and if you want to suggest to us, then it will be much better. I think it will then aid, because my concern is that usually the mentors and even the directors, they are not paid too much from the project. So at
Yes.
least what good thing we can do is at least we develop each other's skills. So that can be a good contribution from one another. That is all from my side. If there is any other point, because I might then leave. Uh,
Okay,
Over
thank
to
you
you,
so
Dr.
much,
Shafaq.
Dr. Yusuf. I think very helpful points. And regarding your point of mentors, building capacity of other mentors, we also thought about it. And one thing that we did to facilitate this is that uh, every group's mentorship sessions should be open to attend for all those who are a part of BMY. For example, if one of the mentor is holding a mentorship session today for their group, the interns from other groups and the mentors of other groups should also be welcome to join that mentorship session, because that
Um,
is they can also learn.
Let me, at the moment, I will request, because I haven't discussed it with Dr. Bushra. I will
Okay.
request, don't keep it open for other interns, but yes, keep it open for other mentors. Because
Okay.
sometimes the problem may come, as happens with
I
most of
understand.
our students, that they say that the other mentor has guided me this way, and this mentor is saying this way. So
Yes.
it become another way. It might open up another mess. As I said, I'm just concerned with the capacity building of our mentors. So yes, it can be a good opportunity. I totally agree. At least this step should be taken. And if any other steps, at least as I said, our mentors are much qualified than ourselves.
Yes,
So
I know.
they can come up with more ideas in this regard as well, on which I will request you to work on, and then we can
Yes.
develop some more projects on
Previously,
it.
Dr. Yusuf, we also held a guest lecture from one of our mentors because she was a lifestyle medicine expert. So we invited a guest lecture, and that was totally voluntary on her part, and she did that lecture for all the PMY team interns, including all the mentors. So that was also a good exercise. Maybe our current mentors who have joined our program, and if they have some special skill, so we can incorporate
Yes,
some guest lectures from them also.
exactly. And even I will suggest, if you have expertise in such type of some diverse um, even the upcoming specialties of public health, such as lifestyle medicine or others. If you want to launch a course on yourself, please come up with this idea. We would
Yes.
love to work on it. We have is just a platform, and let's use it
Yes.
more and more efficiently. Come up with your idea. You will be owner of the project, and then I think then we will be able to discuss it nitty-gritties, and it will be a win-win situation for everyone. Thank you so much, Dr. Shafaq. You can please, and thank you everyone to listening to us. Please, you may continue. Might not be able to continue with you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yousaf, for your valuable input, and our mentors who have listened to all of this discussion. They are most welcome to give their suggestions to me directly or to Dr. Bushra on our WhatsApp group. Yes, Dr. Shafaq wants to say something.
I'd say that Dr. Yousaf has raised some very good points, and obviously it was for interns and mentors as well. One thing that I had discussed with Dr. Bushra as well, and that is from my experience, my working with the different other groups, because I have been part of some different 3 to 4 organizations and been part of some 8 to 10 groups. Some of those groups have published, some of those groups have not published. What I discussed with Dr. Bushra is that there are many people's student, they now, following a trend, and that is trend is really obviously set by the environment. And really those who are taking PLAB, MLEs, Australian, tests, or even in Pakistan, if they are, say, we need research for our, for portfolio building, promotions or such. And what problem we have seen at BMYL, that our focus is more on primary research, which is obviously the best way to learn the research, and it has its own complexities, especially when it comes to from methods and statistics. But we have seen that it's not always easy to carry out primary studies when you are working like in this program. You have everything is remote. Just the same problem we occurred in a previous group as well, and which that was the problem was that there was another institute was involved, and that was outside of Pakistan. And that institute, we all know that institute takes time. When even we are doing a post graduation, a proposal takes 3 to 4 months for initial feedback or approval. So then we are working in a very short period of time of, say, for example, 8 to 12 weeks. And there are many students who are actually interested in secondary researches, because that those are easy to conduct. You don't need an ERC, you don't need any ethical approval from an institute. You don't need go to for data for to any, not only for patients. You don't only need to circulate a form to other people, because we are not in Pakistan. People are interested in filling out forms. We keep on sending forms, but people don't. So if some people, they are only interested that we want to learn this secondary review, and these are accepted for the purpose we are doing. So we can introduce secondary researches as well, because most organizations are doing that, because the primary research has its own complexities, especially when you're doing it out of your institutions. Like I'm working on an institute, and I'm guiding a research project that's a primary research in my own institute. So I can control a lot of things, and those things are under my control. But we have a remote and diverse program, so sometimes it really becomes difficult to collect the data and get approvals. So this idea can be incorporated under the this platform of BMY.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Shafaq. Well, frankly speaking, we are already working on it. So there are two main areas with secondary data analysis itself, and the other is systematic reviews, which can be launched. Again, and I think these should also be launched as separate tracks on from the same project. This is a research project. These are some primary researches, but also we can launch courses on secondary research and also systematic review, which will help, as you have mentioned. I think that is a need of time. And in parallel, we already have primary research, which is also very much needed. Actually, systematic review is easy. That is not very much difficult. But as comparatively, secondary data analysis, that needs a little bit expertise. I think currently we have only one statistician. Last time I was checking all the, and one secondary data analysis that is completed by one of the previous group. And even frankly, if you might be amazed, even I'm trying to develop skills in this area. That is a bit difficult even for me as well, because secondary data is available, but how to make use of it, that is a bit challenging. But inshallah, I think in the coming projects, we might launch a separate trade for it. And I think someone else wanted to raise their consent to this topic.
Yes, just to add, yes, secondary research sometimes becomes very challenging, as we witnessed last time that one of our mentors, Dr. Rawais, facilitated a group and they used the data of demographic health surveys. And it was very challenging, but hats off to him that he pulled that off. So if any of our mentor is skilled enough to facilitate secondary research using these publicly available data sets like MIX or DHS, then they are most welcome. We do accommodate the secondary research at the moment. But yes, about the review article, we have not taken a final decision yet, because then the interns, the group that is just doing a review article won't go through that rigorous process of proposal development and tool development and writing the plan of analysis. So that will somehow compromise maybe their learning experience. So that's why we are right now in a decide intermediate phase at whether to go for review articles or not. But yes, secondary research using these large national level data sets is most welcome. And if any of the mentor, including Dr. Shafaq, and if you are willing to facilitate such research, then please do share with us. So I think that it was a good, healthy discussion. And if there are no more comments, then I would like to thank Dr. Yousaf for his participation and his feedback. And I know that he has to leave now. So thank you very much, Dr. Yousaf. And for the rest of the participants, I would like you to quickly walk you through Slack. So if any of you is facing any difficulty in using Slack, then I will just take 2 to 3 minutes to orient you to the software.